welcome to Autoshine Valeting and Detailing. This is something a little bit different, something I wanted to do for a long time now, but never really got the opportunity to, and I think this is a great car to start with. We've got a Lamborghini Aventador in today. It's in for a two-step correction, ceramic coating on the paint, wheels, calipers, windows, leather and engine bay. So there's a lot of work to be done. There's a few panels that have had a bit of paint maybe and not been finished the way that a Lamborghini should be finished. So I'm going to run you through the wash stage, might add a bit of music into the background. I'm not sure I'm going to play the whole video out yet, but I just wanted to pick up the camera, start filming, and yeah, basically show you guys what Autoshine is all about. Obviously we've got carbon ceramic brakes on the car, so we're going to have to use special chemicals on there, no iron remover, things like that. pH neutral, we want to make sure that we care for the car appropriately. There's so much carbon on the car, I'll show you throughout the few days that we've got it. The car will be with me for about 7 days, and yeah, I'm sure we'll have a lot more to talk about, but let's crack on. So on initial thoughts, I know the car is well protected. I look after the car at least once a month, maybe every 6 weeks, depending on how much the owner takes it out. It doesn't really leave his garage, so it's always indoors, which is ideal. I can tell that the protection is still on the car, it's beading lovely. Very clean when it got here, to be honest. There's not an awful lot of work to be done wash and decontamination wise. But yeah, just going to get on with the washing stage now. Wash it down, get some iron fallout, some tar remover on it, get it inside, clay it, dry it, start correcting. Okay, so we're on to the decontamination stage. I'm going to be using the fallout remover by Cartech. I'm a Cartech approved master detailer. I love their products, literally can't beat them. The price you pay for them is extremely fair as well. I just know their fallout remover is absolutely fantastic, so I use that alongside with Twister, which is what the pre-wash was. I'll then be following on with CarPro Tarex, which in my view is one of the best tile removers on the market, along with being like extremely safe. I believe it's pH neutral as well. But you guys are going to stay in there. It's pissing it down out here. I'll get on with the decon. Right, so I've let the rain calm off a little bit whilst the iron fallout was also reacting to the paint dissolving, all the iron decontaminations we didn't want to sit on there. I'm just going to jet this down now, get on with the tile remover, get it inside, put the lube on the car, get the clay bar running, and we can start some correction work. Tile remover of choice is CarPro Tarex. It's in the old bottle, but it's their new stuff, which I buy in 5, they sell it in 4 litres. Just going to put this across the car, give it quite a quick wipe down. It'll dissolve all the tar, contamination, or any glue, like residue that's been left on the car. I've noticed there's a little bit on the wheels, so I'm just going to spray it, give it a little rub, and hopefully it'll get rid of all the glue that was previous on there. Here comes the rain again. Kirkland microfiber, just rub it down, it just starts to agitate all the tar deposits, if there is any anyway. I mean, I only did this a few weeks ago, and I think the car has done about 12 miles. And that's mainly to my unit. So we'll just walk around the car, just see if we can see anything that we might have missed in the wash stage that maybe I should just get rid of before I do the full dry. So I'll be doing a contact dry, but also using a bit of air to help blow out anything that will drip over the next couple of days, especially around these massive wing mirrors. Absolutely stunning piece of kit. I'll give you a nice little walk around the car, what we've got to work with over the next few days. Once it's dried off and we can see a little bit clearly. A brand new CarPro Dehydrate towel, just been delivered today. Only the best for this car. I only went for the small one. I've got a few of the larger size ones, but I've got 2 of these small ones. Dry down the car, see what we've got to work with. Okay, so day number 2 on the Lamborghini. I've had a look through the whole car, checked all the paintwork, all the wheels, all the trims, interior. It's a very, very clean example of a car. Today I want to do the machine polishing section of the detail. That'll be a 2-step correction. So we'll cut it first, probably with a microfiber cutting pad, using the CarTech range. And then finishing off with a white pad, which is going to refinish the finish of the car. Yeah, what have I done so far today? I finished off the claying. I did half the clay yesterday, and then I had to shoot off back home. So I finished the claying this morning. I just need to panel wipe down the car, send the owner some videos of progress and what we've got to work with, explain a little bit more on what I'll be doing today. I've masked the back of the car just around the exhaust. Obviously the car gets so hot because of the engine. There's some paint that flaked off on some metal grills. So I've masked around there, which took about 2 hours. It's a very, very hard area to mask. I've just hit it with some primer now, and then I'm going to finish it off with some matte black paint after that. I don't really do much touch-ins or painting for customers, but he asked me to, and I was like, well, I'm not going to say no, especially on a job like this. So I just touched it in, finished it with a matte black, and we'll be all good to go then. So there's a little bit of the masking job that I did. Obviously you see the primers on there now. It was really awkward trying to get into all the edges because it's a really tight edge, especially up at the top. I was on my back for about 30 minutes, but you had to get it done, properly. I'm sure you'll be very happy with how that turns out. This grill piece, well, the exhaust trim here, that he's got a second piece of that, so he's got a spare, which he was going to carbon fibre skin, and he's now decided not to, and I have sent it over to London for a gun specialist to Cerakote it, I believe it's called, which is basically a high temperature gloss paint. So he's doing that in black for us, and it'll be coming back hopefully Friday, ready for when the guy comes to pick up the car. Anyway, a quick walkthrough of the paint condition. As you can see there, it's really not bad at all. That's this is one of the worst of panels. There's a couple marks. There we go. You can just see the swirl marks appearing here. There's a few on there. I noticed around the door handles, which is where you'd expect most of them are in. Try and focus that. Yeah, a lot of swirls around the doors, but with these design of doors, you have to shut it with your hand around that area, so the paint's better over here. Obviously, you've got a lot of carbon fibre on the car. The wheels are in fantastic nick. He's just replaced the wheel caps on them. I believe they weren't very cheap. Yeah, there's not much more to really say about the car. In terms of paint correction, I think the only panel that's going to be a little bit harder is that panel there, and the boot, and all around the number plate. I mean, there's a few water spots in here, and then he's got this custom surround for the number plate, which also needs polishing. I know that the bumper's been in for repair recently, so that's got a little bit of orange peel on, so I'll sand that out for him. But yeah, pretty easy. I mean, it's going to have the exact same process as all the other cars, just because it's an easier car to start with. It just means that we can focus on more of the finer details. Obviously, getting in all these areas is where the nightmare starts to happen, because you've got to polish all there and all up there. I've noticed that below the doors, it's let's try and get this focused. It's pretty rough. There we go. But that's obviously from where people have been getting in the car, knocking it in. It's expected. And then you got the same on the driver's door with all the swirl marks. There we go. But yeah, very clean example of a car other than those few areas. Whole car's going to have a two-step correction, finished off with ceramic coated, and I'm sure the guy will be extremely happy. So I figured out the cutting compound and pad that I want to use. I'm gaining good results during the cutting stage. It took me a little while to figure out what I wanted to do in terms of refinement. I was getting quite a lot of haze from the cutting stage, but the paint seems to be quite hard. So I have to go for a more aggressive cutting, which then means it needs more of a polish than just like a refinement. I found the combo that I want to use. To cut the car, I'm using the Cartec 3000, which is their diamond cut, along with their microfiber cutting pad on the Reaps machine. After every pass, I'm blowing it out with the airline. It's just the best way I find to sort of like get all the dust out of the pad and make sure it's not marring the paint any more than the paint already is marred. You always want to keep your pads nice and clean when you're using them. You don't want to get them contaminated, full of dust, or if there's any contamination left on the paint, you don't want that sat in the pad whilst you're polishing. So what have I done so far? I've done half the roof, done the top sections of the door and the wing, I've done the top sections of this rear quarter, I've done this sort of portion here. I'm now just going to move on down to this lower section, which should be quite easy. I'll just tape off the badge, and then I've got to, what will I do then? I'll go on to the like this air brake sort of thing here. Then I'll change over the machine for the 3-inch machine, do all the 3-inch areas of the car, go to the other side, do the exact same as what I've done here. So I'll go and hit it with the 5-inch, hit it with the 3-inch. Once the whole car's done, obviously need to do the bonnet as well, and the front bumper, the rear bumper. The rear bumper looks extremely complicated. Once all that's done, I will then go around it with a 1-inch machine, with a 1-inch backing pad, switch between the 1-inch pad and the 2-inch pad, just to get the right type of cut and coverage that we need. Go around the car with that, make sure that I've got every single area ticked off. It's going well. It's a slow process though. Took me a while to figure out how to refine back from all the haze that the microfiber pad was leaving. But I think I've got it, which is ideal. You'll have to excuse this stupid light I've got on my head. It's brilliant, but yeah, I look a bit like an idiot, so. Right, let's crack on. Got one cloth for buffing off, and one cloth for removing the rest of the residue. I always keep two cloths in the apron just so that I'm not filling one cloth with the same thing, like just full of polish. Because although that there gets a lot of it off, you've still got, it looks very hazy. And you just go over it once again with the cleaner one. This doesn't get much polish inside of it, but it's great just so you can see how well it's cut and what the results are like. And that is perfect for what we want. Let's check with my other lights. Fantastic. Brilliant. As easy as that. One panel cut. About 100 more to go.
so manage the grease. I've got boys that can't let their lines behind, like manage the grease.
Except I haven't. OCD. Oh please, we ain't got no bit because we spent all the money on some OCD. spray. Right. So the car's a bit more pink than I originally thought. Not ideal. Sent photos to the customer, he now knows about it. As I said, I didn't really spot that, so I just polished it there and wiped it off, and then I saw it. Checked the paint measurements, didn't do prior, just because the whole car was so new anyway. Just checked it then, tell it's had a bit of filler and a lot more paint than the rest of the panels. But every car's had paint these days. Okay, so it's now 1 minute to 5. I've cut half a car. The last time I picked the camera up was probably about 1 o'clock-ish. It's been slow progress. There's so many little intricate parts of the car. There's a lot of taping up, a lot of watching the edges. So I've been taking my time. There's no point in me rushing. So I've been going a little bit slower than I normally would. I'm very happy with the outcome so far. I think it looks really good. I've got to refine, definitely. There is a lot of haze now being created off the microfiber cutting pads. What's left really is this side of the bumper. I did the other side of the bumper much easier than I expected. I thought it was going to be a lot of 1-inch work, but actually the 3-inch pad got into the majority of the places. So it's now just going to be 1-inch and 2-inch work, and also a little bit of fingering polishing. Just making sure that every single corner is dealt with, and then we'll be moving on to this side. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, to be fair. We've got the exact same as the other side, which obviously I'm now accustomed to, and then we've got to go and crack on with the front end, which shouldn't be too bad, except for it's really low, and I will struggle to get down to the lower parts of the bumper. But yeah, I just thought I'd give it a quick check-in. I've been away for about 4 hours now, just cracking on polishing, listening to music and enjoying myself. I want to get the car completely cut today. I was hoping to get the finishing stage done, but I doubt that's going to get done now, just because of how long everything else has taken. If I can get it... Oh, there's some sanding marks down here. Oh, it's the exact same as the other side. If I can get this car completely cut, refine it early in the morning, panel wipe it, ceramic coat it, and then the car will be ready then for me to do other little bits and bobs like polish the wheels, coat the wheels, exhaust trim, engine bay, interior work, everything else that we've got to do. So my phone's ringing, let's crack on. Good morning, it's day 2 on the Lamborghini. Yesterday I ended up doing 18 hours of cutting on the car. The whole cut's done, all the wheels have been cut as well. It was a very long day, but I had a bit of a target and I wanted to get it all cut by yesterday. So today I can come in, do a really light refinement across the car, which only should take a couple hours. Do the same across the wheels and then start getting the car dust free, panel wipe it and then prep it for the ceramic coating and top coat. Same goes on the wheels, they need prepping and then topping up with the ceramic coating. So that's the aim for today, it's just to get everything coated and ready for hopefully finishing tomorrow, if not definitely Friday. I need the car gone on Friday, today is Wednesday. I'm very happy with what I got to do yesterday / this morning. It was an 18-hour day, but we managed to get the whole car cut. It's surprising how big the actual thing is. It's such a low car, I keep thinking it's small, but you forget about all the little areas, all the hard to reach areas, the bits where you're doing your finger polishing and your 1-inch polishing, and it's a long task. I've taken a few carbon bits off the car, like the carbon vents that sit on the on top of the bonnet, just because I felt like I might end up knocking them with the 3-inch pad or the 5-inch pad by accident. So I've taped off the window wipers with the blades. I've still some tape on the car, which might as well stay on until I've done the refinement stage. But I just need to go quickly pick up a refinement pad from a guy who lives near me. I only had one left, one refinement pad, and I dropped it this morning. So even though I've cleaned it out, it's not worth using. So I've put it straight in the bin. A bit of a shit start to the morning, but these things happen, and I definitely should have more than one refinement pad left. I heard off a flooring company yesterday. They've sent out all the new flooring for the unit. So I'm hoping that'll be here before the car leaves, maybe Thursday, Friday. If we can get that down, it's going to look really good in the rest of the videos and also in the after photos. Get a little bit more paint done in here, and I think the unit's coming together very nicely. But yeah, let's just get some refinement done, get the car ready for coating. So I found the finishing combination that I want to use. Of course, it's Cartech Final Cut 9000, best single stage and refinishing polish. Definitely something that you should always have in your armoury. So I have that paired with their pad. This is their white pad, which is obviously recommended to be used with their white polish. They make their system really easy to get used to, nice to use. Yeah, I was struggling to begin with. I've been in about an hour refining, trying to find the best combination, and I found like there's a lot of haze being left. A lot of vertical lines in the paintwork. I almost thought I hadn't cut the paint enough. I couldn't quite figure it out, but then I realised that it is the microfiber cloth I was using to buff it all off. I don't know why. It's a brand new cloth, just come out of the pack, and it was scratching the car. So I buzzed over it again with 9000. It got rid of the marks, used another cloth, the exact same cloth, but just a different one out of the pack, absolutely fine. So I'm not sure if that one cloth maybe had something in it, I have no idea, but it sent me a bit loopy for about 5-10 minutes. So yeah, the finish is going really well. Just done the lower portion of the door so far. That's when I was doing my test panels and the finding out about the cloth. And now I'm just going to quickly buzz over the car. It's probably only going to take an hour and a half, 2 hours max to do the car. It's really nice. The compound itself, or the polish, it buffs off really well. Doesn't leave much residue around. So crack on. Hopefully get the car all corrected by what time we're on now. 20 to 10. Car will be done by 12, correctional wise. mystery.
Good girl.
Right, so the car is now all refined, it's had its cut and its refinish. The car looks absolutely fantastic. The gloss and clarity is really, really impressive. There's only a couple of deep scratches on the car that have gone beyond the point where it'd be unsafe for me to try and remove them. We were going for about 80% perfection on the car, and we've definitely achieved that. If anything, it's 85, 90% perfection. Car's been panel wiped with the CarTech panel wipe. It's the only one I use. I find it's fantastic. So you go over it once and then you buff off again with the secondary cloth. We're now going to be putting on the base layer for the ceramic coating and then topped up with the top coat in about 3 hours time. So I've got my buff off cloth and then my secondary buff off cloth. Just gonna get on with it. I'm absolutely exhausted from getting this car ready. It's been a long day already. Today I want to finish the coating on the car, possibly touch on the windows, and if I've got time, touch on the wheels. Everything on the car is finished correctionally wise. It's now a case of prepping it for the coatings and coating it itself. The wheels just need panel wiping, and the windows could do with a panel wipe as well. I've given them a quick once over, but it's always good to do it again before you coat them. Yeah, just gonna have a quick tidy up around the car, make sure there's nothing in the way whilst I'm coating, because you want it to be an absolute perfect application. And then, yeah, that should take about an hour and a half to coat. There's a lot of intricate areas that I need to get into. An hour and a half to coat, give it a while, check for any high spots, make any corrections if I need to, and then we'll be doing the top coat and the wheels and maybe windows. All right, let's crack on. So it's the last day on the Lamborghini today. It's Thursday. I'm giving the car back tomorrow, early doors. Yesterday I did a bit of a late one. I stayed off the camera just to get the work done, but all the coatings have been applied. So we've had the ceramic coating and also the top coat put on, which is G-Technic Exo. I just need to do the wheels today. I've done the windows yesterday. I polished some of the engine bay up, so that's just polishing the, I don't even know what that is, something to do with the air intakes, I believe. I don't really know. Today I just need to clean up the current engine bay cover. That's skinned fibre. I just need to clean that up, tidy up the engine bay a bit more, give it a quick wipe down. Also do the back window there, clean the glass there. Glass just needs to clean on the inside. The interior needs a bit of a deep clean as well, and leather coatings. I forgot, but I've got to do that as well. So all this leather's got to get cleaned. It'll get coated today. Probably coat the floor mats for them as well, because you don't need to pick them up. That's carbon fibre on the sides. And then you've got the Alcantara in the middle, I believe. Yeah, everything's a bit of a deep clean, a bit of steam in there, and should look all good. This morning, quite early on, the guy brought in the new panels. This is for the engine bay. This is all genuine carbon fibre this time, from Lamborghini themselves. This is better than what he's got on there at the moment, just because it's genuine carbon. I mean, it looks fantastic. Very lightweight as well, which you'd obviously expect from the price that you've got to pay for things like this. So there's 6 pieces. Is there 6 or is it 5? No, there's 5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's 6 in the. There's 6 in the car though, so we might be missing a piece actually, unless it's in here. I'll just have to double check that. I'm sure there's 6 pieces in the car. So I've coated these already. It's had the base layer of coating and also the top coat. So they're staying away from the car at the moment, just staying in this little storage room I've got. Yeah, they'll be cured later on. I'll put them in the car for him. And yeah, basically today it's just touching up the car. Just need to finish off some bits and bobs. There's not much to really record today. I'll just do a few clips of me doing the wheels, wiping down the inside, getting everything prepped for coating interior wise. I need to put his fins back on for his front bonnet. They're in the passenger footwell, just so they don't get stood on. Yeah, a lot to do today. It's all just touch-up work, nothing major, but just a lot of basically valeting the car now, getting it ready for when he picks it up tomorrow. I've taken it outside already early this morning before the rain came. Checked for any high spots of the coating, or if any marks appeared on the paintwork whilst I coated it, and everything that looks absolutely fine. I had one high spot on the door, and I've sorted that out very easily. But yeah, it's looking fantastic. I can't wait to get back valeting this in a few weeks' time and see how everything's bonded to the paint. It's the best thing with regulars, is you get to see your work after it's been here as well. Let's crack on. Stand by the side and show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know now, because my loneliness is killing me, and I must confess, I still believe when you're not with me, I lose my mind. Give me a sign. on to the interior. I've got a brand new Car Pro brush here. Ultra soft, like ridiculously soft, so that I can do all around here without leaving any marks or just removing all the dust. So I'll go around the whole interior with this brush, gets into all the little cracks and crevices. Really just does that little bit extra that you'd expect from a detailer like this guy has put the car in for. It's great just to give that little bit of a brush down, get all the dust off. I mean, this interior is not exactly dirty, but yeah, could definitely do with the clean. It's booked in for a deep clean package. So just clean everything up, make sure it looks exactly how it should. And I'll give it a quick hoover at the end, get all the crap out. And then yeah, the car's not far off being done. But it's got a bit of Alcantara on the steering wheel, so just need to clear that up as well. But the car's in good nick all round. There's been a few bits that have been a bit questionable, but that's what you expect anyway. So just put the interior cleaner on the Alcantara there, get it all soaked in. You notice how I move it around with my hand, just sort of push it into the fibres. That's so you don't put too much of the liquid on. You don't want much liquid on Alcantara. Just wrecks the pile of it. So I just spray a little bit of it, and then massage it in so you're not using excess. Whilst I'm here and letting that soak in, I'll just spray the steering wheel airbag and give that a nice little brush. Get it to lather up a little bit. The interior cleaner I'm using, it doesn't lather an awful much. It's not designed to. Doesn't matter what brush you use it with. It's not designed to be. It's not designed to foam loads like, let's say, Car Pro Inside, something along those lines. Yeah, it's just I prefer it when an interior cleaner isn't fluffing up loads, because it gets out of control sometimes. You don't know what. Well, your cloth gets full of cleaner and foam, and it just gets messy. Well, that's hot, obviously. So see all the crap coming off that now. I'm sure it comes up on camera as well, but there's a lot of dirt coming off it, which is good. It means it's getting clean. And that's what the aim of the game is. Clean. Clean and protected. So everything's getting coated in the car. Exactly like the outside, where every inch of the car gets detailed. That's the exact same for the inside. It doesn't stop on the exterior. Brilliant. Just make sure that it's completely free. So the way I know it's free is because I can put shapes into the Alcantara using my finger. Just moves completely free, like. So now that that's all cleaned up, visually it looks clean. There's no more crap coming off onto the cloth. You just treat the rest of the interior the exact same way. Customer popped by earlier just to have a little look at the car, and I think he's missing it not being in his garage. Like, he also brought down the carbon bits from the engine bay. So whilst he was here, he had a nice look around. He's impressed by how much gloss I achieved from the paintwork. As soon as he walked in, he's like, wow, look at that. And that's what this job's all about. Honestly, it makes my day when someone walks in and they say wow about a piece of the work that I've just finished or I've spent way too long doing. It's all worth it. So I have a gloss of black around this wheel. It's a little bit tarted up. Just a bit swirly, as most gloss black is inside interiors of cars, especially down here. That's very swirly. I mean, it'd be very hard to see it anyway during the day. But I've got the inspection light on my head just so I can see everything anyway. So I might give that a little hand polish later on if I remember. I'll put it onto my whiteboard in a bit. Make sure I've got everything checked off that. Good morning. It is Friday morning. The customer is going to be here in about 10 minutes time. The car is completely finished. I didn't get much clip of the car yesterday. Just didn't feel like picking up the camera. I had so much to do and I wanted to crack on with a bit of the unit as well. So I sort of just left the camera to one side. But the car's completely finished. It's had its two-step correction, ceramic coating, top coat. The wheels have been coated, the tyres have been dressed. The calipers have been coated, the arches have been coated. All the carbon bits of the car have been coated, the exhaust has been sent off to London to be seri-glassed or seri-coated. Engine bay has been done, the interior received a deep clean, the leather's all been coated as well, all the glass has been coated. The full works has been done. The customer is going to be here in 8 minutes time. So I've took some before, I took a lot of after photos of the car. A few little clips as well. So I thought I'd just jump on, say thank you very much for watching. I don't know how this video is going to play out. It might be a little bit shit, it might be decent. But yeah, I definitely want to pick up the camera more often in the future, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and yeah, enjoy the rest of the clips.